Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we have some intriguing stories coming your way. First up, the Independent Commission Against Corruption, ICAC, is on high alert after a mainland tourist decided to pose as one of their investigators. The ICAC has reminded everyone that impersonating an officer is a serious crime, and it seems the online backlash has led the tourist to delete her photos. In other news, Hong Kong's stock market has taken a hit, dropping to a 3-week low. This decline is part of a broader global sell-off following disappointing U.S. manufacturing data. The Hang Seng Index saw a significant drop, and investors are feeling the pressure as concerns about the economy grow. Lastly, Cathay Pacific has grounded 15 of its A350 aircraft due to engine parts issues, causing a wave of flight cancellations. The airline is working closely with Rolls-Royce to address these concerns, but it certainly has left many travelers in a lurch. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage of these stories. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's Independent Commission Against Corruption, ICAC, has issued a stern warning to the public regarding the impersonation of its officers after a mainland Chinese tourist, Lu, posted photos online claiming to be an investigator. Lu, who is a model and fashion blogger from Shanghai, shared images on the social media platform Zaya Hongshu, where she appeared in an office uniform next to the ICAC logo and displayed what looked like a staff warrant card. The ICAC clarified that Lu is not affiliated with the agency and reminded the public that impersonating an officer is a criminal offense, punishable by up to a year in prison and a hefty fine. The incident sparked a flurry of online comments, with many questioning Lu's actions and the potential legal repercussions. In another report by South China Morning Post, Hong Kong's stock market hit a 3-week low amid a global market downturn driven by weak U.S. manufacturing data and a surge in the Japanese yen. The Hang Seng Index fell 1.6%, reaching its lowest level since mid-August, while the Hang Seng Tech Index and Shanghai Composite Index also saw declines. This downturn followed significant drops in major U.S. indexes, including a 2.1% decline in the S&P 500 and a nearly 4% slump in Japan's Nikkei 225. Investors grew increasingly cautious as the prospect of a recession loomed, exacerbated by a report indicating that U.S. manufacturing activity had contracted for the 5th consecutive month. BBC reports that the plunge in shares of Nvidia, the leading American chip manufacturer, added to the market's woes, with its stock dropping almost 10% due to growing concerns over a potential recession in the U.S. This decline dampened enthusiasm surrounding the artificial intelligence boom, leading to a broad sell-off in financial markets across Asia and the U.S. Major Asian indexes reflected the trend, with Japan's Nikkei 225 and South Korea's Kospi both experiencing significant losses. Investors are now closely monitoring upcoming job figures, which could provide further insight into the economic landscape, as the fear of a recession continues to cast a shadow over market activity. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's education authorities are investigating a complaint from a mother regarding her son's alleged bullying at the Canadian International School. The boy, who claimed he had been bullied for a year, described a particularly distressing incident where classmates picked him up and threw him onto a bench during recess, resulting in bruises. The school initially dismissed the allegations after reviewing security footage and conducting interviews, stating there was insufficient evidence to support the claims. Frustrated by the school's handling of the situation and their refusal to allow her to view the footage, the mother escalated the matter to the Education Bureau, which is now closely monitoring the case and has requested a report from the school. The Sydney Morning Herald brings attention to Douglas Costa, a former Brazilian international football star, who has joined Sydney FC and launched his own OnlyFans page. This move places him among a growing number of athletes utilizing the subscription-based platform to share exclusive content with fans. Despite its reputation largely tied to adult content, OnlyFans is attempting to broaden its appeal and attract creators from various fields, including sports. Costa, who has played for prestigious clubs like Bayern Munich and Juventus, aims to provide a glimpse into his daily life and training through his page. He expressed excitement about the partnership, emphasizing that he wants to create unique content for his fans, while maintaining that he does not intend to share explicit material. In a historical analysis by South China Morning Post, the roots of Deng Xiaoping's one country, two systems policy are traced back to 1957 during his efforts to address the complexities of Tibet's relationship with China. This approach was initially developed as a means to manage the unique socio-political landscape of Tibet following the 17-point agreement, which recognized Tibet as part of China while granting it autonomy. Deng's strategy involved a careful balance of maintaining Chinese sovereignty while allowing Tibet to preserve its distinct systems. The article highlights how historical precedents, such as the 29-article ordinance from the Qing dynasty, inform contemporary governance strategies in China, showcasing a long-standing tradition of prioritizing national unity and security over rigid territorial claims. This pragmatic approach reflects a broader understanding of China's historical context, emphasizing flexibility in governance while navigating the complexities of diverse regions. South China Morning Post reports that the Hong Kong Observatory is closely monitoring severe tropical storm Yagi, which is expected to approach the region. The observatory is considering upgrading the current number 1 typhoon signal to a number 3 signal between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. as Yagi intensifies and moves closer to southern China. Currently positioned over 400 kilometers away, Yagi's winds are not yet impacting Hong Kong, but the public is advised to avoid the shoreline due to anticipated swells. The storm, named after the Japanese word for goat, is expected to bring worsening weather conditions to Guangdong later this week, including strong winds and heavy showers. In another report by the South China Morning Post, experts are calling for Rolls-Royce to clarify the issues surrounding its A350 aircraft engines, which led to Cathay Pacific Airways canceling flights. A source revealed that deformed fuel lines in the engines were responsible for the failure of an engine part, prompting the airline to ground 15 of its A350s after a flight to Zurich experienced an in-flight engine problem. While Rolls-Royce is cooperating with investigations, the need for inspections across other airlines operating A350s remains uncertain, as safety agencies assess the situation. Experts emphasize the importance of inspecting fuel systems, warning that undetected issues could lead to serious safety concerns. The Sydney Morning Herald highlights that Cathay Pacific has grounded its A350 fleet following the discovery of engine component failures, which included a brief engine fire during a flight. Although immediate regulatory actions are not anticipated, the incident has raised concerns about the reliability of Rolls-Royce engines. Cathay has cancelled numerous flights as it conducts inspections, while other airlines operating A350s are monitoring the situation closely. Despite the challenges, Rolls-Royce has assured that replacement parts can be fitted while engines remain on wing, and the company is committed to maintaining communication with Cathay and relevant authorities to ensure passenger safety. South China Morning Post reports on the burgeoning silver economy in China, highlighting the significant demographic shift as the population ages. With nearly 297 million individuals aged 60 and above, companies are increasingly targeting this demographic with tailored products and services. Supermarkets in Shanghai are now stocking more adult diapers and milk powders for seniors than for infants, reflecting the growing purchasing power of older consumers. For instance, Trip.com launched the Old Friends Club, catering to users aged 50 and above, and has already seen impressive spending figures. The health and wellness sector is also capitalizing on this trend, with companies like Ely producing specialized milk powders aimed at stabilizing blood sugar or aiding sleep for the elderly. As birth rates decline and the elderly population is projected to exceed 30% by 2035, this market is set to expand significantly, with estimates suggesting the silver economy could reach 30 trillion yuan. ZA Bank has made history as Hong Kong's first virtual lender to report a monthly profit, as reported by South China Morning Post. After 4 years of operation, the bank achieved a net operating profit in July, primarily driven by increased deposits and higher interest income. With a customer base of 800,000, ZA Bank has seen a 70% rise in deposits, reaching 16.8 billion Hong Kong dollars. The bank has also diversified its income with mutual fund sales and U.S. stock trading services. Looking ahead, ZA Bank plans to capitalize on the faster payment system to attract payroll accounts, which will be crucial for future growth. The pandemic has both challenged and provided opportunities for digital banking, and despite the Hong Kong Monetary Authority's decision against issuing more virtual bank licenses, ZA Bank remains optimistic about sustaining profitability. In an intimate glimpse into the life of actress Sigourney Weaver and her non-binary child, Shar Simpson, the South China Morning Post highlights their recent appearance together at the Venice International Film Festival. While Weaver is celebrated for her illustrious acting career, she emphasizes the importance of motherhood, describing Shar as her greatest joy. Shar, born in 1990, holds a dual master's degree and serves as an adjunct professor at Columbia University, where they focus on digital storytelling. Additionally, Shar has authored interactive works and is currently creating a documentary about sleep paralysis. Weaver expresses relief that Shar chose a path outside of show business, acknowledging the challenges of the industry, although they did share the screen in the film The Guys. This relationship showcases a blend of personal and professional worlds, highlighting the balance between fame and family. South China Morning Post highlights the journey of Suya Yung Wong and Horatio Thompson, a couple who beautifully navigated their dual heritage in New Zealand. Suya, a Chinese woman, fell in love with Horatio, a Maori soldier, despite facing significant disapproval from her family. Their marriage in 1957 marked the beginning of a life dedicated to embracing Maori culture, as Suya immersed herself in her husband's traditions and community. Together, they established a social welfare program for underprivileged children, and Suya became the only Chinese official of New Zealand's Ratana Church. Their love story reflects a time when both Maori and Chinese were marginalized in New Zealand, yet they forged a powerful union that transcended societal boundaries, showcasing the strength of love against adversity. South China Morning Post also delves into the experiences of the next generation of Maori Chinese individuals, like Maylin Tay Pui Hansen and Kim Anderson, who are embracing their multifaceted identities. Hansen's play, The Mooncake and the Kamara, illustrates the rich tapestry of her heritage, drawing inspiration from her grandparents' love story. She highlights the integration of cultural practices in her family, where both Maori and Chinese traditions coexist harmoniously. Similarly, Anderson navigates her identity by actively participating in both cultures, emphasizing the importance of community and family ties in Maori culture. Their narratives reveal a vibrant blend of traditions and a commitment to honoring both sides of their heritage, contributing to the evolving multicultural landscape of New Zealand. South China Morning Post also features the love story of Jeff Goldblum and Emily Livingston, who have captivated audiences with their enduring romance. Goldblum, now 71, continues to thrive in his career, recently starring in the Netflix series Cows. Meanwhile, Livingston, 41, is a former Olympian and an intuitive stretch body movement coach, who has worked as a body double for notable actresses. The couple met in a California gym, where Goldblum was instantly enchanted by Livingston. Their relationship blossomed into a marriage in 2014, and they now share 2 sons. Livingston's journey from a young gymnast facing body image challenges to a successful coach and mother is inspiring, showcasing the resilience and strength of both her personal and professional life, while also highlighting the couple's deep bond and shared commitment to family. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
News breaks, buzz the ground, stories spin, walls come down, voices merge in the sound, faces mix in the crowd, broadcasters paint the scene, world events on our screen, every link a different theme, words collide in the stream, 6 degrees connect the dots, background stories more than us. The voices rise aloft, truth unveils in every spot, cultures clash across the globe, spin the threads in a stroke, every story wears a robe, truth and lies in their code, journalists dig real deep, secrets out, they don't sleep, every angle they will keep. In the news we take a leap, new perspectives day by day.